What is going on, Knicks fans? Welcome back to Knicks Media. The Knicks get a huge victory against the Atlanta Hawks. 119-110 is your final score. A physical battle. This was a phenomenal basketball game, back and forth. The defense comes up clutch in the end. Jalen Brunson goes crazy with 34 points. Karl-Anthony Towns returns and is playing through that sprained thumb, and he was able to hit some clutch shots. Mikal Bridges goes crazy in the beginning of that third quarter, hits a clutch shot. Deuce McBride, I mean, we'll get into it in this video. Knicks fans, you guys let me know in the comments your thoughts of this game and your overall perception of the Knicks moving forward. This was a game the Knicks needed, especially after what happened last time the Atlanta Hawks was on the Madison Square Garden home floor with Trae Young rolling the dice on the court and, making a muck. Let's be honest. We know that the Knicks and the Hawks, there's a deep-rooted rivalry between, especially Trae Young coming to Madison Square Garden, because we know if the Hawks won this game, Trae Young would have ran his mouth about how he's the king of New York, whatever. So, big win for the New York Knicks. I'm excited to share my thoughts, and I want to hear your guys' thoughts in the comment section right now, Knicks fans. Big shout out to BetUS, as always, for sponsoring Knicks Media all season long. Don't forget to take advantage of their 150% bonus, folks, on your first deposit, 125% on your second and third with the code YouTube150. Cool thing about BetUS, too, is that they have casino, blackjack, basketball odds, you name it. And you see what was the odds for this game. The Knicks covered the -6.5 spread. So if you placed a bet on the Knicks -6.5, then you would have cashed out because the Knicks won by 9 total points. So big shout out to BetUS, the #1 online sports book. The Knicks are continuously, getting better and better as the season goes on. Tough loss on Friday night to the Minnesota Timberwolves, of course. But at the end of the day, they found a way to bounce back against a team that you must win against. And you look at this game in particular, you see what the Knicks are doing, and the bench is finally getting some minutes. Deuce McBride, 20 minutes, had 9 points, 3 assists, 3 dimes. Cameron Payne, he had, you talk about that performance he had on Friday night in the second quarter was unreal. Tonight, 11 points, had a 4-point play, got a technical after hitting that 4-point play, was so excited. Precious Achiuwa, Landry Shamet, I feel like, we want to see a little bit more, in my opinion. If I'm critiquing this game, it is we want to see the bench get more minutes just so our guys in the starting 5 can get some type of rest. But at the end of the day, you can't complain. Mikal Bridges, 26 points, an efficient 12 of 17 from the field. Jalen Brunson, we talked about, 34 and 6. Karl-Anthony Towns in his return had a near triple-double, basically. 13, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists. Not really an efficient day for him. Obviously, still trying to fight back and play through that thumb injury. 5 of 18 from the field from Karl-Anthony Towns. And OG Anunoby with 8 points. Josh Hart with another near double-double, 14 and 9. But this Atlanta Hawks team is pesky, man. They kept fighting. Every time the Knicks went on a run, the Hawks answered with the run. DeAndre Hunter got into a rhythm. We saw a little back and forth between Trae Young and Mikal Bridges, which I thought was interesting. Mikal Bridges hits a fadeaway over him, and he's like too small. Trae Young hits a three-pointer, and he does the same motion. So definitely a little back and forth between the two. But at the end of the day, Trae Young, 8 of 22 from the field. The Knicks definitely won that battle. The Knicks shot 52% from the field compared to the Hawks' 47%. The Knicks also played a lot of good defense down the stretch, which is the most important thing, in my opinion, and only had 15 turnovers compared to their 23 turnovers. The Knicks capitalized on their turnovers by a large margin. And the Hawks, man, this game started off like all the fouls were going towards Atlanta. And, the one thing that I'm definitely going to criticize with this Knicks team, it's been happening all season, is their ability to just not stop complaining to the refs. Yes, the refs are annoying. The calls I don't agree with a lot, but it's just annoying to see Josh Hart always complaining. And, even Karl-Anthony Towns got a tech, which is very rare. He didn't deserve that tech. He got hacked, and he said something. Cat, you deserve that tech. But I feel like the Knicks got to get more focused. That's all I'm trying to say here. The Knicks capitalized on 18 fast break points and 24 points off the bench, which I think is good from I don't know how much we average off the bench, but I'm pretty sure that's way above our average this season, getting 24 off the bench for sure. This was a back-and-forth game. The New York Knicks needed to get this W. They kind of won this game in the third quarter, I would say, getting 40 points in that third quarter to outscore them by 13. And I feel like the Knicks now they're at full health right now, minus Mitchell Robinson, of course. And I feel like right now, if you look at what the Knicks are trying to do, this is their starting lineup with the rotation when they're at full health. Cameron Payne, Deuce McBride, Landry Shamet, and Precious Achiuwa are the 4 pieces off the bench with, of course, the starting 5. Now, the big question is, are the Knicks going to be making a trade? right? Are we trading away Jericho Sims? Are we trading away Mitchell Robinson? Are we going to wait for Robinson to get healthy and run it with us? Because I feel like if this is what the Knicks are going to be rolling with, I feel like we're only going to get better and better continuously as the season goes on. Still a lot of work to get through. Obviously, this season has not been perfect so far, but if you ask me, if I'm satisfied with the season, absolutely. Is there room to improve? Is there some things we need to talk about in a negative light? Same thing, yes, I agree. But at the end of the day, the Knicks, let's see the updated standings as we speak, are sitting in third place, 28-16 on the season, 2 games back from the Boston Celtics, man. So we shall see where we end up. The Milwaukee Bucks are red hot behind us in the standings. They're 24-17. They won 4 in a row. And the Atlanta Hawks have fell to 22-20, I believe. So big time shout out to the New York Knicks for getting this W. Knicks fans, let me know your thoughts. And big shout out to Jalen Brunson, man, because he's been playing MVP basketball since the new year of 2025, if you ask me, man. This is the Jalen Brunson that we can expect to put the team on his back. If Karl Anthony Towns definitely feels like he's not at 100% with that thumb issue, and JB can start doing what he's been doing this entire month of January for the rest of the season, and Mikal Bridges getting comfortable attacking the rim and them feeding him, which I love, by the way. Feed Mikal Bridges when he's cooking. All right, if he's cooking, feed him the rock, and they did just that. Josh Hart continuously pushes the ball in transit. I mean, this Knicks team is just so fun to watch, but of course, the effort and the defense is really what's going to make or break this Knicks team for the foreseeable future when they get into the NBA playoffs, and we saw the defense come through when it mattered the most in today's game. Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day, of course. Always a pleasure to watch the Knicks over there. Big shout out to MLK, man. Paved the way. So at the end of the day, I feel like JB showing up on this type of day for the New York Knicks at Madison Square Garden. The Knicks always play at home on this day. Good to get a W. Knicks fans, let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Of course, hit the like button, and another shout out to BetUS for sponsoring today's show. As always, I'll see you guys in the next video, and let's go Knicks.